the story on the matchups. First for the Bulls, Woolridge and Johnson at the forwards. Caldwell Jones will try to anchor down that middle for the Bulls. Jordan and Watley in the back. The Clippers, Marcus Johnson and Rory White. White has been in that starting lineup for 9 straight games at power forward and has played quite well. Walton in the middle, Smith and Nixon. So we are set to play basketball here tonight from Southern California. The Bulls in their traveling red once again, as always. And the Clippers in their white with the blue trim. So we're set to go. It'll be Walton 6'11", Caldwell Jones 7 feet. The Bulls will attack right to left here in the first quarter. 1-inch height advantage to Chicago on the jump. It's tipped by Walton, and it is controlled by the Clippers. Derek Smith to Nixon. Nixon's picked up by Enos Watley. Walton high, looking on the baseline. Smith was running that baseline. Here's Johnson with a sweeping hook shot, puts it in. Little jump hook. And L.A. draws first blood. And it didn't take long to get it, just a little over 10 seconds. Jordan, picked up by Derek Smith. He'll have his hands full tonight. Smith, however, is a good athlete, and that's part of the skills you have to have. And what a move by Jordan, starting right out of the gate.
You gotta love it.
3 men were up there, and he pump faked them all.
Walton gets up pretty good. Great timing for a block shot. He went up, pulled it back down, hung a little bit, and put it off the glass. He showed the fans in the first play what he's here for.
The middle, fires, misfires, and Jordan's there to pull it down. Looks up the court. Bounce pass. Steve Johnson on the run, traveling as he tried to put it in. Ball goes over. Out of bounds, Clippers. Ball to Louisville. Here's Walton. Low lob back. Smith on the back door. Got behind his man, and Derek Smith has his first 2. A 6'6" guard. Played with the NCAA champs in 1980. Saying he's having an outstanding year, but his year is being overshadowed. Here's Walton low. Fakes. Got around. Jordan slammed it. Jordan was back covering as Walton got open in there. And Big Bill has his first pair, and it's the Clippers by 2 at 6-4.
Hey, you mentioned about Nixon being a great offensive point guard. He was the off guard with Magic Johnson in Los Angeles, and he's developed into playing at either spot very well.
Here's Watley to Jones, breaking. It was blocked against the board. Goaltending. It counts. Caldwell Jones with a field goal. That was a nice pass to him.
Good pass coming down the lane. Walton got up and hit it off the glass. Bernie Fryer was right there. Sport Magazine's taking some Michael Jordan pictures.
Here's Nixon dropping it low. Jordan snuck in there, made another steal. Came in leading the league in steals. Here's Woolridge on the other end. Kaboom! From the right to left. Here's Jordan. Yeah, there was that trap. Smith fell down. Man open in the corners, Woolridge, and he sticks it. Moving. Nice block shot, Steve Johnson. Goaltending, they say. Give the basket to Marcus Johnson. And Watley brings it across. There's the screen from Caldwell Jones. Opens Watley up a little bit. Jordan underneath. Steve Johnson. The head fake goes up for it. Bottom rimmed, and he slammed the rebound. Boy, Rory White's been in there a little while. Smith count the basket, and he was fouled as he went off of the glass for it. Derek Smith has 6, and Jordan picks up the personal.
Just a touch below what Marcus Johnson is. So he is.
Yeah, and he's playing with a left ankle injury tonight. Hasn't bothered him thus far, has it? Jordan. Smith has 7 for the quarter. Lob underneath. Going up Johnson. He's hammered. Deep in there. Marcus Johnson and Bill Walton were there, and Walton will draw the personal foul. And that's number 2 on him.
I think Michael is responsible for all the points on the board. He's given it to everybody. Here he gets trapped over on the right-hand side across from the Bulls. First of 2 by Steve.
And he's there with that first one.
With eyes behind his head. Or side of him, or top of him, or something. Great vision anyway, Bill.
Yeah, everywhere. Nice little screen set up there by Marcus Johnson for him. Now Nixon goes the other way, right against the grain. Here's Derek Smith, and he slips it in from the baseline. He has 9 for the quarter, and boy, he's carrying this Clippers team on his back.
Super build here so far.
Off to a great start. Now,
yes, he sort of pulled a string on it. He saw players there. And you see Steve Johnson come down all over him. Smith will
Bulls trailing by a point. Chicago with possession. Nice cross-court feed. Jordan going in, throws it up. Oh, Skinny puts it in on an amazing move.
Oh, they had the trap on. They had the trap on. They heard a pass by Orlando Woolridge out of the corner. Flips it to Michael too far. He has to catch it, come in, goes around. Norm Nixon flips it up off the glass. It hits educatedly and falls through.
Now lead it by a point at 18-17. Johnson off of the glass. He didn't. Jordan out front. Position Rory White. took the block. That's his first. We'll have timeout on the floor. 5.5 minutes old, and it's the Clippers. We'll see now as both teams come back out onto the floor, and Chicago will have it out of bounds. After the common foul out in a hurry. Here's Nixon. White. Nixon looking. We've had no changes in terms of personnel from that time. Didn't get it. The rebound, Derek Smith in traffic, and he puts it up and in. Derek Smith is having a sensational first quarter. Onward to UCLA, where he was a great player, so they had a nice hand for him when he came back onto the floor tonight. Here's Jordan in the forecourt.
Full decent scoring out of that center position. Corzine has been giving him the only little bit they've had.
Nixon down the lane, collided with Caldwell Jones.
Little bang, but Greenwood, I think it's in there. It's a nice move by Nixon to his left. He hits them both. You see both of them taking a piece of Norm Nixon.
Nearly 70%. On the board with his first point. Here comes Los Angeles again. Smith driving, charging hard into Caldwell Jones. Basket, foul. Caldwell Jones picks it up, his second.
Good move. Derek Smith really wired up tonight. He comes in and watch him. Caldwell tries to stand, take position on him. The ball comes up off the glass. Hey.
And as we return to live action, Smith now has 16 points. He has put on a real clinic this first quarter. Jim Lynham in his second year. He's a St. Joseph's grad, like many outstanding basketball minds. They've had a number of come out of there. And Kevin Lockery, head coach of the Bulls, played at St. John's. Two Eastern basketball powers. Marcus Johnson trying to pop up high. They feed it low instead of Donaldson, and they double him right away. Nixon's open. There's that little inside-outside game that we've talked about so much in pro basketball. Nixon was open as they tried to put some extra help on there for Donaldson, who is very strong near the basket. Clippers lead by a pair. It's been tight here in this first quarter. Seesaw, mostly the Bulls have been in front. LA has had their moments too. Woolridge, the shot was deflected, up in the air, came loose. Here come the Clippers out of there. Woolridge wanted a foul, and it wasn't coming. Nixon almost stole it. Watley tried for the steal. Nixon still controlling. And now Jordan has switched off on Nixon. Derek Smith trying to post up. Watley caught in there deep. Smith goes up and he's hammered as Corzine had to come over to cover. And Dave Corzine has his first personally.
Derek Smith, Watley had him. Now nobody's got him. And Corzine trying to help out in the middle picks the foul up and to the line.
And so to the line goes Smith. He has had a sensational quarter. And if you're thinking like I am, Red, there is a possibility that he could be very close to a club record for scoring for a quarter. He has 18 points for the quarter. He's done everything but sell the popcorn here in Los Angeles. First one. Doesn't make it. Greenwood tipping it, keeping it alive, and then Marcus Johnson comes up with it. Spinning a beautiful 360 move. 3-on-2. Catchings for the field goal.
Well, a fast break is in gear now. Catchings on the receiving end, that time of something that's usually reserved for Marcus Johnson.
Marcus Johnson really made that play with a beautiful 360 spin, and he kept full control of the ball. White coming back in. That's Coach Lynham and Coach Kevin Lockery. So Junior Bridgman in for the first time for the Clippers. Nixon double pumping. Wouldn't go down. The rebound lost in there, and White puts it up and in. Woolridge lost the ball. He had it and lost 29 Los Angeles. We'll be back in a minute. The second quarter of play in what has turned into a very warm building. Is it just me or is it hot in here? Here's Nixon to the free throw line. Backs up on Watley, fires and hits. Norm Nixon has 5 points now, and that lead is now up to 7. The Bulls are going to have to be a little careful here. Make sure looking, goes to Greenwood near the baseline. He'll fire. It was partially deflected. Catchings got a hand on it. Nixon has a 3-on-1. Again, Catchings for the slam.
Catchings filling the wing. He's supposed to be a center. Right now he's playing the power forward spot and doing an outstanding job. He's got 2 fast break.
LA, lob it over a little bit. Bridgman fires for the first time. Look out if he gets going.
Well, a familiar face to the Chicago Bull fans.
31 game. Here's Catchings. Well out. Bridgman fires a long one. Somebody's going to have to get up on him. He does this to the Bulls all the time. And somebody's going to have to get up on him. He is just a great shooter. Batting the hatches a little bit. Gordon with Matthews on him. Nothing easy for Gordon. Drops it off Donaldson. That was easy. Donaldson shook loose in there, and the big 7-footer rammed one down for his first 2 of the game.
He's not going to let his man get in. He goes up over the top, catches a little bit of the wrist. Comes Michael back in, and that's what you heard that cheer about. Gordon up with the shot and nothing but net. Now, you would assume that the Bulls would be well aware, as you and I are, that Gordon is not having a good year. Neither is Michael Cage, so you'd play them.
Yeah, 5 minutes old, second quarter. The Clippers back up by 9 again. Cross court from Greenwood to Jordan. He'll shoot it. And Michael Jordan now has a total of 6 points for the game, and the Bulls pull back within 7. So Jordan has come in, and Quentin Daly is now on the backcourt, on the bench rather, for the Bulls. Jordan has taken his place. Bridgman fed in low to Donaldson. Look out in there. Lays it up and in. James Donaldson.
He's been at double figures last 3 games, and boy, do they need the help of that scoring.
Need every bit of help that they can get out of that pivot position. Here's Donaldson. Corzine staying right with him in the post area. Long one by Gordon, and he bombs it in. Lancaster wide open.
And Donaldson has that ability to lag back and help his teammates out, but you can't do that on
The missed shot. And the Bulls will come up court. They now trail it by 8. Jordan brings it across, and Bridgman is on him. This is a fine matchup right here. Bridgman is a quality athlete and a guy who really plays tough defense. Jordan swinging in. He was hacked as he was on the drive.
Marcus got him.
Page on the drive, goes for it. Boy, he almost put that off of the top of the board, and it took a crazy bounce, and Walton was right there to pick up the garbage and put it in. Just tap it right in there. He has 4. 10 points. The Los Angeles lead. They sprinted out after the game was pretty close early. Here's Jordan with another 2. Michael Jordan has 8. The game was close early, and then L.A. sprinted out to what was as large as an 11-point lead on him. Up to Walton. Juwan Oldham, respecting his shooting ability, comes out. Here's Derek Smith in the paint. A high arching jumper. Goal! He put it right in. 20 points for Derek Smith. Backcourt, Derek Smith gets it across. Johnson tried for the steal. To Cage. To Marcus Johnson.
Everything working well now, and they break the press. The ball is right into the net. Bulls trail by 10 now. They're hanging right in there, though.
Bulls are coming close to steals, but they're not quite getting it. 3 minutes, 20 seconds remaining for the quarter. It's a 10-point Clippers lead. Low feed to Steve Johnson in there. Goes off of the glass. No, Higgins tipped it. And the rebound one-handed out of there by Marcus Johnson. Lancaster Gordon to Cage. He fires. Nope. Marcus Johnson way up there for the rebound, but it comes out to Chicago. Driving is Jordan. Throws it. Steve Johnson. Far side of the floor to Matthews. Lobs it underneath. Here's Steve. Kicks it out. 9 seconds to shoot. Jordan's open. Fires and hits. And Michael starting to put on the offensive steam machine. He has 10. Gordon in the forecourt. Matthews is on him. Driving. Nice steal. Matthews knocked it away, and then Jordan picked it up. Here come the Bulls. Who's that gentleman?
Right. One flew over his cuckoo nest too many times over at the Forum.
That's what it's going to take for this Bulls team to win and get them. 2 minutes left in the quarter. Pass to Jordan from Daly. Jordan spinning under traffic. Drops it off to Steve Johnson. He'll shoot it. Doesn't now has 8 points. The Bulls have cut it to 4. This is as close as they've been for a while. Pressure defense. They break it. Walton on a great feed. Johnson just batted it to him.
Little volleyball setup that time. You can do that when you play out in California, a little fingertip touch.
That's right, a few hours at the beach.
And that was not a dink, that was a slam.
Not tippity. He was ready for the rebound. Came tantalizing, was close to touching it. Backdoor play, basket is put in nicely. Derek Smith on the feed from Walton in the high post area.
Gets his man going. They catch Orlando as he went to the back door. Well, when you're pressing, it's the responsibility of that back man, whoever it happens to be, and they Bulls trying to put some pressure on. That's 23 now. I've got
for Mr. Smith. Here comes Mr. Smith. Boy, has he been impressive. Down approaching a minute left in the first half. Coming up at half. Your guest will be...
I will be visiting with a guy that played with the Knicks many, many years ago, Dr. Ernie Vanderway, and we've got some interesting tales to talk about him and another member of his family.
Now, let me see. Was he one of your heroes, Red, or were you one of his heroes?
He was one of my heroes.
He may dispute that at half.
He offered me his
Ernie?
cane. He's walking around with his cane. He offered it to me before the game.
I asked Ernie, I said, are you one of his heroes, or is he one of your heroes? He says you're one of his.
I used to ride my bike to watch Ernie play.
50 seconds left in the half. Daly stayed right with it. Now this time they got a rub off. Nixon puts it up and in. 7 points for Nixon, 40 seconds left. No, and the half is over. The half is over, and the Bulls have hung in there tough against these Clippers who at 1 point had an 11-point lead, but now it is only 5. The Los Angeles Clippers will take a 64-59 lead into the locker room here at half to try to take in this game tonight. The Bulls beginning the second half. Jordan on the attack to Caldwell Jones. He fires a nice arching jumper and puts it right in. He has a score. Watley looking. Orlando Woolridge. Marcus Johnson's on it. Good head fake. Jumper blocked in the air. Walton was in the right spot. 2-on-1. Norm Nixon all the way for the hoop. Norm Nixon has 9. That's what a great player can do for you. Walton stepped right out there and did it. 5 points, the Clippers lead. Michael Jordan. We have a switch now. And Steve Johnson got it over to Woolridge, and now here comes Watley. He has Jordan on his left. Jordan fired. Michael Jordan with a dozen. And now it's a 3-point game again. Kevin Lockery is a little upset about the defensive effort right here. Walton at the high post. On him. 1 second to shoot. They didn't get it off. Smith flying through there. Good defensive effort by the Bulls. I know Jim Lynam not happy to see that. Walton's the trailer, just coming into your screen now. And Nixon fires. Little quick pass right back to him. Norm Nixon has all the scoring here early in the third. Jordan pops out. Looking inside. Jordan with 6 to shoot. Kicks it over to Watley. He's open. He fires. He hits. Enos Watley has 8. And the Bulls hanging in there tough. They've been back within 3. Nixon brings it across to Smith. Nixon and Smith in the backcourt for LA. Catching. Now, here's Nixon. He'll fire it with that much time remaining. He puts it down, and Nixon's on a hot streak. He has 13. Passed. Now the Clippers can kind of break that log jam. Trading it, seesawing between 5 and 3, 5 and 3. They have the opportunity to kick it up to 7. Nixon, low feed, Walton wide open. And Walton goes down. Caldwell Jones in the foul. We also had Steve Johnson, who may have gotten hit right in the eye. And the Bulls will take it.
He got hit second time out here. Steve, second time now, and 2 collisions. Comes up with his head sore. Walton over talking to his coach. He'll be back on the free throw line for a pair.
How is him?
Well, it's basic basketball is a pick and roll or one man driving off of another guy, and Walton goes down. When he comes back, he'll be at the free throw line. Rory White, we're informed, has sprained his back, the lower right back, and it's doubtful if we'll see him back in the lineup.
Well, you know, there's one player in the league who already knows about Caldwell Jones' elbows. That's Steve Stepanovich. He broke his nose in an elbow in Indianapolis. So let's certainly hope that didn't happen here. Steve Johnson did catch one pretty flush. Walton with another one. This one rolls up, doesn't go down, and Caldwell has the rebound on the ball. 4-point game. LA. Walton dribbles it across. Johnson. Walton's a good ball handler for his size. Nixon. Make the screen, then Walton broke toward the hoop. Nixon with a fadeaway. Walton with an offensive rebound, kicks it out, and another 24 for LA. Nixon driving. Derek Smith is open. And once you get something sealed off, it seems like another leak. Bang the boards. No, yes, on the rebound by Walton. The third try, and Walton hammered it down. LA can go up by 8 if they score. Joe Walton, Jones on it. Couldn't get it to him. 10 to shoot. Here's Q in the paint. Goes for it. Shot blocked by Walton. They're going right into traffic, and Walton's knocking it down. Here's the Clippers by 6.
Well, Walton has done an outstanding job. He blocked that shot of Quentin Daly. Quentin stumbled coming out of the corner to get that shot off, and it was just enough to have Walton get up there and get a piece of it. Now, Walton blocked shots very well without getting himself into foul trouble. He doesn't really have to worry about his man doing a lot of scoring because Caldwell Jones just doesn't put it up that much, so he can be the rover back on this Clipper club.
And he's coming out, so normally when Daly drives into the paint, he doesn't get the attention he's getting now. Watley tried to hook it and catchings. Chan broken out of bounds, and suddenly the Clippers, when they sprinted out to what one time was an 11-point lead. Walton at the medium post area. Driving on Caldwell Jones. Oh, and he finger rolled it off of the glass and in. Walton has 11. Are we seeing the rebirth of the Walton of old here? Ball kicked out, hit, what do we have? Whistle sounding.
Guess who's got the ball? Norman Van Lier, the captain of the Bulls, former captain of the Bulls, sitting to our left here.
He's here tonight to watch the game. 3-second violation. The ball goes over. The Bulls have it. They can tie with a hoop. We're down to 3 minutes, 15 seconds in the third. Here's Quentin Daly. Jordan trying to post low. There he is, topping out. Oh, went around in a circle. Bridgman. Jordan driving. Bridgman trying to defend. And we had a foul in lane. Bridgman called for it. And Junior.
This club is recovering better than anybody I've seen on Michael Jordan's drives. You know, he's getting the fake, and they're really clogging up the center.
To Daly. Long one. Front rims tipped around. Bulls get a long rebound. And Jim Lynam stops his foot. I'm not happy with that. Jordan with a pass. Go to Los Angeles Clippers. Bill Walton going to the bench.
Now that's where you want to see Donaldson. Look at him out there. He's going to set a screen, but that's where you want to see him out there.
Yeah, he's not going to do much damage out there. Nixon, now they've got mixed up a little. Jordan knocked the ball up into the air. Donaldson saved it. 4 seconds to shoot. Nixon. 2 seconds. Bridgman. Nope. Rebound. Cage. Michael Cage with his first two. 57. Nixon in the forecourt. Screen was set there by Johnson. Now there it is again. Jordan fought through. They got a mix-up. They both went after. He now has 9 points for the night, and it is an 80-79 Bulls lead. Down to a minute left, third quarter. Feed low to Donaldson. They double-team him, and Quentin Daly coming in from the back, trying to poke the ball away.
He has every bit of that.
Yeah, every bit. He has almost the exact same build that Will Chamberlain had, except his legs are thick. Smith. Myers. Derek Smith. As we hit 30 seconds left in the half. Lancaster Gordon. Down to 25. Feed low for Donaldson. Out of bounds. 24 seconds left. The Bulls can hold for a shot.
They did a good job. There's Jack Nicholson sitting back again and enjoying this team playing here. He gave
Daly with 6. If he gets a hot hand in the fourth quarter, Red, that could really help the Bulls. Lancaster Gordon dribbles it across. Here's Bridgman looking for Donaldson low. There's the low feed to him, trying to drive. Lost the ball. Caldwell Jones held his ground, and the ball came loose. Donaldson just plain old fumbled it, and the Bulls come up with it. And they could go up by 5 here. He can get there. He does.
That was one you'd like to see Q shoot, wouldn't you? He came right to the top of the key with it.
Bridgman has 7. It's a 1-point game again. That's how quickly it can change. And Donaldson well out on him. Jordan. Faking. 7 seconds to shoot. Flips it down low. Greenwood lost the ball. Caught Greenwood by surprise. Play. Fans starting to sense this could be a very tight night. Here's Jordan. Kicks it over. Higgins driving. Pump fake for Greenwood. Jordan with 3 to shoot. And he puts it up and in. Michael Jordan went and got a basket for the Bulls.
He was looking to get it inside that time, and you could hear Kevin hollering, "Get it up, Mike," and boy, he did.
3-point Bulls lead. This ties the largest lead that Chicago's had.
I shouldn't say, "Get it up, Mike." I don't think anybody's called him Mike. It's just Michael.
That's right. Well, we've called him a few things. Michael Jackson and a few other odds. Jordan tried to block Donaldson, but no stopping the 7-footer inside. Donaldson has 6.
That breaks the scoring drought. That's the first 2 points of the quarter and a 9:28 mark.
Took a while for the Clippers to get going. Actually, they had. I think it was a first radar adjusted on that one. Smith driving in the paint. Got in there too deep. The transition works. Derek Smith with 29. He had, in case you joined us late, an 18-point first quarter and a 23-point first half. I'd love to see him stay out there. Smith. Offensive foul.
Cage, you knew right away as the whistle blew, he started arguing with the official. No, I didn't do it. And you know right away. He came out to set a screen, and watch Rod Higgins is on the Smith. There he goes. He moves into the man, and you just can't do that.
Timeout on the floor. These fans are really revved up. It's the most revved up they've been tonight. Greenwood's on him. Derek Smith goes over Higgins. Misses on the shot. Corzine tried to keep it alive, and Donaldson just plain old muscled in there and took it away.
Good. Donaldson stood flat-footed, got the rebound, and now he knocks the ball through the net.
He has 8 points. These fans have come alive here suddenly with that hot nose.
Well, that's what Nixon was doing earlier with Walton and Donaldson. Nobody was coming out on him.
Bulls backcourt right now is Jordan and Quentin Daly, and they have become a very formidable arsenal for the Bulls attacking from the backcourt. Bridgman with 6 to shoot. Misses. Corzine is able to hold Donaldson off. Here's Jordan's on the attack. Nixon puts it down. Oh, charged hard into Greenwood. No doubt about that. Nixon with his pip.
He gets by Q, and watch, boom, a good solid block.
Yeah. He took the blow, no doubt about it.
Higgins left now in Orlando.
And you know, when he gets hot, forget it. Here's a lob. Oh, and Smith on a tremendous slam. Derek Smith right up at rim level. A perfect pass for him. And Smith powered it down. He has 30. Nope, long rebound. Jordan got it. Marcus Johnson went for it, and Jordan got it. The 2 Wooden Award winners were battling in midair.
I told you, the paint came off after the handshake. The handshakes came off, and the war paint went on.
You're right, and there we had them both right next to each other fighting for that rebound. Now we have a whistle away from the ball. Foul call.
Corzine on a moving screen. Marcus Johnson with the ball. He got it from Smith, and everybody turned their head. He went over the top of a screen and was able to...
Fundamental play, and it worked.
14,366, Bill, here tonight. And I don't know how many they got in the other end of town, but over there, the Lakers were winning in the third quarter, 103-93 over Phil Johnson's Kansas City Kings.
You have Michael Jackson in town, Michael Jordan in town.
Phil Johnson in town.
That's right. And Harlan Singer in town. Yeah. Obviously the most significant of those 3. That's our director tonight. And the ball's up in the air. Battle for it after the last shot. 5 all.
Oh, look at that scrim. Scrum. What do they call it in rugby?
Right. Well, I'll tell you, I saw my funniest bumper sticker I've ever seen involved the sport of rugby. It said, in rugby, there are no winners, only survivors. I think we saw a good example of what that's all about right there. Everybody was holding on, trying to survive for that jump ball. Walton will step in, 6'11", Corzine, 6'11".
He should control the tip. Now, see if he taps it right in between the 2 players back there to Rory White.
Now, Walton got the tip. And White, indeed, he put it right where he thought. Clippers need to get a little work done offensively. Low feed, the Walton kicks it out. Nixon will fire. It's a 1-point game. Nixon with 15. Down to 4.5 minutes left. Under 4.5. Michael Jordan will bring it up. Both leading by a point, 94-93. Jordan behind the back. Here's Woolridge driving in the paint. Nice move. Whistle. Foul. Walton. Big Red with his card. The emotion on his face tells you he didn't like regulation time. Here's Walton to Nixon. L.A. can tie with a hoop. Walton setting the real high screen. Now Nixon forces it. Foul, Jordan. And Michael can't believe it. His 3rd. Down under 4. 95-93 Chicago. Here's Daly. To Woolridge. He can give the Bulls a 4-point lead. Daly, 5 seconds. Forces the shot. No, Steve Johnson tried to keep it alive, and Walton comes out of there with it. L.A. can tie with a basket. Nixon, White, driving. Basket, it counts, and he was fouled. Quentin Daly will get the personal.
He steps in front. The ball goes off the glass. A tough move. Rory White had a sprained lower back. They doubt if he would return, and he comes back with a 3-point play to put his club up by 1.
Big basket by Rory White. And the Clippers have taken the lead again at 96-95. Down to 3:10 remaining in the game. Low feed, Johnson in the hole. Shot blocked by Walton. What a sensational block. Smith all the way. 33 points for Derek Smith. And bang, just like that. The Los Angeles Clippers have taken a 3-point lead and brought this crowd in excess of 14,000 to their feet.
Steve Johnson on the inside. He gets it blocked by Walton. He came over to teammate's shoulder, and here he busts out of the pack again. Nixon with the ball. Finds the man open. Same play. Smith this time goes on the other side of Michael Jordan and comes around to slam it down through. And that's point 32 and 33. There's Johnson with the ball underneath. Walton coming over the top of his teammate, Rory White, to block the shot. Now watch Nixon flip it across screen. It goes underneath Jordan, pulls it back down, and slams it through. Beautiful move, and now up by 3, the Clippers with 3:02.
And they sense now that the way this Clippers team is playing, they have a chance to win this game. L.A. will bring it across. Smith He got the big basket just a few moments ago. Walton, who has been a real thorn for the Bulls tonight, hands it to Nixon. Jordan is on him. Nixon a long one, and he puts it in. He has 17.
Now you can die by that sword again when you have to do it from the outside. Let's hope that they stay on the outside.
Yeah, exactly. Here's Quentin Daly. They're low feed. They're trying to get it into Jordan, and a foul called Derek Smith. They were looking for the post out.
For Michael to get down low, he does. Takes the position over the top of foul. Common foul.
Common foul out of bounds, Chicago. Return to live action. Jordan. He'll go for it. Whistle. Oh, and he almost put it in. He was in traffic. And the foul went to Derek Smith, his third. Team's third.
Down the baseline he goes. He lost the ball a little bit here. He runs into traffic. A little bump on the side as he goes for the shot. He fades away, and boy, as neatly as it'll hang for him.
Here. He's there with this one. 15 now. Bulls will need a good run from one or two players now. Jimmy Lynam signals he wants him to attack the left side, it appears. Let's see. Steve Johnson. Feed to Jordan. Minute 45 remaining in the game. Kicks it across, and Caldwell to the glass. No! Fight for the rebound, and battle for in there. Whistle, foul. Jordan came up with it. He was fouled by Walton, trying to keep it alive. Batted away, and Walton has his fifth.
Throws it up. Now Michael Jordan fights for position underneath. You see him there. The ball will come down to the ground. Michael had it, and diving for it is Walton, and he comes up with a foul.
Scoreboard listed as fourth, Brett, on Walton. So I'll go with that. I thought it was 5. My totals had him with 5. Did you have him also with 4?
It's the first and last 2 minutes.
All right, here's Jordan to the baseline, shooting for the tie, and he gets it. Michael Jordan has 17, and we're tied at the century mark. Can I just double check with you on Walton? Do you have him with 4 or 5? Okay, 4, all right. 6 left. We're tied at 100 apiece. The Bulls and the Clippers here tonight.
Hammer down if you can. Has he got his shoe off too? I see ice on his knee. No, he's got his shoe on. Okay, I thought maybe he had, maybe we would not see him, but he's icing up that knee to keep the inflammation down. A walking medical report, this guy.
It's a great tragedy what he's been through, and now especially because he has matured so much as a human being. And it's just been really sad that he has not been able to perform, because he's come to the point where he enjoys the game, he appreciates it, he knows how special it is and how lucky he is to play it. And now you'd really hope that this guy could really come on.
Well, the other side of town has a winner. The Lakers beat Phil Johnson's Kansas City Kings 130 to 121.
And
so we're hoping to spoil the party here and not let it be a sweep.
Here's Nixon. Michael Jordan is on him. Look at that defensive effort. Look at that position of Jordan and the concentration he had. Now they get on him real tough. Jordan and Daly continue to be the backcourt for the Bulls. Nixon. 7 to shoot. Forces it. No, Bulls come out of there. Great defensive effort by Jordan, who has it on the break. Driving all the way in. Oh, God! An unbelievable move! He put it in and it counts! Can you believe that?
Oh, listen to the crowd here now. Everybody is up on their feet. Jonathan Culver just screaming. Now watch him drive to the hoop. A great job by Smith. He grabs him across the arm. The hang time. He gets fouled. He lays it off the glass. Watch that English catch the top of the glass and fall in. These people are on their feet. Michael Jordan gives the Bulls a 2-point lead. Now tries for 3. 1:02 on the clock to lead.
Well, we saw one of the really great plays right there. Jordan has 19. Make it 20. And he has not scored a bigger 3-point basket than that right there. That's what a great player can do for you. And the Bulls lead it by 3. Timeout. Los Angeles, and right now, for the first time, these fans probably wondering what hit him, and the Clippers wondering what hit him. Ooh.
We got to
watching again.
Yeah, I think we got to take one more look at it. A good job defensively by Michael Jordan on the other end. Caldwell Jones gave him a short pass. He takes it down the lane. You see white jerseys all over. He gets wrapped across the arms, flips it up underhand. Look at how high on the glass it hits and falls through. Beautiful shot. Good defensive effort on the other end, because he was playing Norm Nixon.
Yeah.
Forced him to take a short shot, and here's it from the start, okay? Forces Nixon to shoot over, and it's a short shot. Watch Caldwell Jones come into the screen, grab the ball. Walton was in the net and in the rim. Now here's the pass out. Michael is looking to see if he can take it all away. Now he just wants to make sure he gets fouled if he can't get the basket. He cuts down the middle. Smith has done a fine job on this young man all night, but tonight You can't hold him in forever. Up off the glass, and there's point 19. He made the free throw for point 20 in the game. The Bulls looking very strong here with 1:02 to go. Jonathan Kobler sitting directly across from us. He jumped up and he was clapping. His jacket fell on the floor. And what a reception Michael got when he went back to his teammates on the bench.
Well, that's a real big fast shot clock. Quick shot needed by Los Angeles. Marcus Johnson. Walton tried to feed it into traffic one-handedly, and the Bulls come up with it. They can kill it out now. 18 seconds left in the game. Jordan out front. Lynham saying foul. Somebody's going to have to grab him. Jordan kicks it across. The Bulls are kicking off more time. Woolridge. Jones.
Oh, beautiful.
And now they're going to kill it. 5 seconds left. And LA is powerless to stop the clock. 2 seconds. 1 second. The Bulls have won the ball game. They stalled out the last 24 seconds of the game. The Chicago Bulls coming back from what was once an 11-point deficit in this game. They had to come from behind after trailing 100-97 on a big emotional basket in the closing moments on a Derek Smith slam, and then a great block by Walton. But they still came back and won it. The final score, the Chicago Bulls 104 and the Clippers 100. And Johnny and I are going to be returning to talk about this game in just a minute.
Fought back with 1:02 to go. Norm Nixon took a shot to beat the clock. It was short. Caldwell Jones got it out. He kicked the ball down to Michael Jordan, who took it coast to coast, went in, got fouled by Derek Smith, laid it up off the glass. The ball went through, and he made the free throw. The Bulls take a nice 3-point lead, and that was beautiful at 1:02 left in the game.
We had a